to the Mischief Hour. I am your host, Dexborough, the devil you know, rakish rapscallion, and debonair fellow. And with me is my co-host.
What? What? Oh yeah. Hey, I'm Jackal. I'm a digital painter working with Ratscallions for about half a year now. And yeah, welcome to this botched ass podcast.
We're not going to call it the Botched Ass Podcast.
Oh yeah, that's not the name. Yeah, the Mischief Hour podcast.
It's Mischief Hour, yeah. And we've got our first guest here, DarknessDJ.
Greetings and salutations.
All right.
DarknessDJ here. How's it going?
Tell us a bit about yourself, DJ.
Um, I met you guys through friends, and more or less, I'm just someone who games.
How long have
And-
you been with Ratscallions?
He's not.
Yes.
He's not been with Ratscallion. He's
exactly.
no.
Oh, I
he's-
thought you were.
I'm not officially listed.
Oh, that's funny.
That's why it's weird. It's
Like I said, half a year. I am still learning.
I'm an enigma into it on itself. So
and we are fond of enigmas.
yeah, it seems like that is the case in the Red Scallions here.
Yeah, I believe
Um,
I believe I met you through. Was it? It was either Dusk or Outfox.
It would be your first mate, Outfox.
Yeah.
Uh,
So yeah, Outfox kind of introduced us to you. You joined the Discord at least a year ago.
I joined the Discord upon a Guarding of Salvation raid.
Yeah, so that would be sometime last year. Probably
Yes.
early last year. Yeah.
Early last year, I got yanked in to be one of your fillards.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And you've been gaming with us ever since.
It was your Divinity one where you had 17 different people come in and out.
Oh, that was a horrible experience.
Oh yes, I
Hey,
know.
guys.
And
you guys met up for Destiny 2?
Yeah, we met up
Yes,
in Destiny
Destiny
2.
Okay, I had to figure out what game you guys are talking about. It had to be Destiny 2 though.
yep. It's Destiny 2, Guarding of Salvation. We have tweeted out that we're live, right?
Yeah. Jackal.
Let me tweet out right now.
Oh
Let me
my
go
goodness.
finalize that.
There we go.
It's more so I'm waiting so I can retweet it. So I
we go.
do right away.
All
Tweet
right.
is out.
So Jackal here is our at Rats. He's our resident artist, and he's also our social media coordinator. So he's been doing a really
Social
good
media goblin.
social media.
I prefer the term social media goblin.
Okay, he's our social media goblin. Of course, you and your goblin core. So yeah, no, he's been working with the Rats for about 6 months. I've known him for a little over a year now. We met.
Yeah, about a little over a year.
We met while I was doing the dishes at a producer's house, and then we went and spent the weekend in the desert together, and we've just been friends ever since.
The desert.
The desert, 30 years.
Yeah, I got.
See, isn't that where you meet all the greatest people? It's just out in the desert.
Yeah, I got hired randomly at a bar to go and do a live painting gig out in the desert at some rave. I don't even go to raves. I was just like, can I paint? Fun. So I went, and I'm like waiting for people to show up, and everybody's just really lax and nothing's happening, and then Dex walks in, and just starts like kicking everything into gear, does the dishes. I'm just like, oh yeah, okay, this guy, yeah, let's do this guy.
Well, the
knows
thing
what he's
is
doing.
like all these people are just like lounging about doing nothing, and I show up and there's like
Including me.
they had a dinner party the night before is what happened, and I walk in and all of the dishes in the kitchen were in the sink. Like it was like a cartoon sink pile of dishes where it goes like way up over, and I had to like it was ridiculous. So I was just like, this needs to be done. I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah, and a lesson I always keep in my head is listen to the guy who walks in and immediately sees the dishes are dirty and just does them.
So yeah, I was working as like a driver for the equipment. I was driving the equipment out to the desert for the same guy that hired you to do the painting.
Hmm.
And like there was some drama, I think, with like you not getting paid. I remember I gave you like $50.
I didn't want to get into too many details.
Oh yeah,
about
okay,
it.
all right.
I basically like never got paid in full for doing the painting gig, but I was able to get like a lot of I basically got like a ton of like free like exposure on my like on
Yeah,
my
but
art pages and
yeah,
stuff.
but here
So
at
that worked out.
Rapscallions, we don't let artists work for exposure because that's
Yeah,
BS.
I prefer actually being paid.
Yeah. So, and you've done a lot of good work for us and
Thank
like
you.
individually and for the brand. So,
Yeah,
we,
I just got into digital painting like like last year.
mhm.
So like it's been a learning process,
All right.
but it's been a lot of fun.
So we're doing Mischief Hour now.
Yeah, so yeah, what
Yeah.
like I said, welcome to Mischief Hour.
Yeah.
I preferred the botched ass podcast, but it's okay.
Well, when
I
you
don't
make a
get-
podcast, you could call that as long as somebody
It'll
else
Yeah,
doesn't
just
true,
be
take
me.
it
true, true.
first.
It'll just be me.
No.
Were you still
Is that
thinking?
my spot?
Were you still thinking about doing that series where you review games, like depending on how closely they resemble Hotline Miami 2?
Yeah, the best game ever. Best game ever made.
Well, I remember the first time you played this with us. We're playing Super Animal Royale. I'm gonna ready up. Cannot match me. Oh, duos for squads.
Duos.
Okay.
Squatting and duos.
Let me do duos with 3 people, coward.
Oh man, but like you said, I recall you saying the first time we played this together, you were like, "This is kind of like Hotline Miami 2," because you were picking it up so fast.
That's the first thing that goes through my head because I have caveman brain for video games.
Well,
is
also,
this like Doom? Is this like Hotline Miami?
Dex, you did explain to him the shooting mechanics, and you also stated think like Hotline Miami. So you contributed to that.
You know
thought
what?
process.
He knew what would make me like the game.
I knew, like, and I also don't appreciate being called out on a podcast.
No.
No.
This is the perfect time for
This
that
is-
kind of thing.
Yeah, you're in the hot seat now. Baby.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
It's super funny.
No, I really enjoy this game because
Should we explain what this game is?
it's a battle royale. It's a battle royale that's in 2D.
You know what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've been around the scene, you definitely know what a battle royale
If
is.
you play any game nowadays, you've probably seen and
Seen some
avoided
sort of
the battle
battle
royale.
royale.
games.
Yeah.
This one's fun though.
Yeah.
I
this
normally
one's
don't
fun.
like them, but
I normally hate battle royale games, but this game I
What?
actually really enjoy, and it's
Yeah.
probably because I'm furry trash, even though I hate admitting it.
Well,
yeah, I was basically just it's like, oh, a battle royale game. Oh, cute animals.
Yeah.
oh, cute
Okay.
animals. Excellent.
Can I play as a rat? Perfect game. That's the only reason I was interested in Tower Unite.
What is Tower Unite?
It's like a social
Well-
space game.
Yeah. So
Never heard.
we can actually use that kind of as a segue into the topic from my side of things.
Oh yeah, what
Yeah.
topic have you brought for us?
We bring you the idea about VR chat, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask.
Oh yeah, you hang out in VR chat all the time.
Yeah,
right?
I have started hanging out in VR chat as of December, and I have over 200 hours.
That seems ridiculous. I've never done VR, and I've never like
You never
tried.
done VR.
I've never done VR, and I've never done VR chat. I've heard that there's like a whole like Second Life-esque community around it, but
It's-
like
Yes.
It's very much a Second Life style, kind of like just hanging out as like Kermit the Frog with a blunt, like.
oh my god.
Dear God, you have to remind me of the Kermit the Frogs, because my friends have some very cursed Kermit the Frogs.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah, I tried VR. This is a funny story. I was at a gaming bar in Osaka. One of my favorite bars. I forget what's the name. I should look up the name when I get a second. But yeah, highly recommend that place. Really
Oh,
cool.
don't.
Tons of different consoles.
DJ? Did you blow that up?
I did not mean to, but we're not concerned.
You're
about it.
so you were in a bar in Osaka.
Yeah, and the bar owner mentioned to me that they had Oculus Rift back when it was like just in what would they call it, developer like models. They had like just the early model that you could buy.
Mm-hmm.
It was right when VR came out, so I was like, "What, can I try it?" And he let tier 3 armor. Yeah, Yeah, let me try it. It was all he had was like the roller coaster, like little ride, and a weird like lunar lander game.
Hmm.
But it was awesome. Like even back then, I didn't think I was all like ballsy. Like I'm not gonna. It's not gonna affect me. Instantly, like as soon as the roller coaster went down the drop, my gut like hit the ground. I was like,
Ooh.
what
Oh
the crap?
yeah.
It was super weird.
See, I have an odd experience with VR chat currently because I do not have VR. And yes, you can go straight into being in VR chat in desktop. It's a
That's
bit of
cool.
a difference.
Yeah, I imagine. It's kind of like you can play Phasmophobia not in VR,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Um, the difference is how to control it and things of that sort. But for the most part, it's been fantastic. It's the reason I got into it is I had friends who played VR chat, and oh, can I get a rev?
Yeah.
Um,
My bad.
no, you're fine.
Continue.
We're yeah. But my friends happen to just be taking care of like talking about some things that had been happening, which one of them is I did not use the right thing.
I saw that.
Um, one of them being that the VR communities had created a hub, a world hub kind of thing, a convention to introduce people to different VR communities,
That's cool.
VR chat
Like a
communities.
virtual convention.
Yes, a virtual convention.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And
Wow.
yep, that's why I decided, you know what? I'm re-downloading it. I'm going to actually go and load it up because originally I was waiting till I had VR.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
But then I get an odd experience in comparison to most normal people because I have a lazy eye, so I see basically two-dimensionally.
You see two
Interesting.
dimensionally.
Yes,
Okay, so
it's if you cover one of your eyes, you will notice that your depth perception gets very warped
when you have
very
a
quickly.
lazy eye, you kind yeah it affects your
Yeah.
depth
Well,
perception.
it's for me, I almost cannot see out of my left eye.
Oh wow. Yeah. Damn. I would yeah. I have to wear glasses, but my vision is already
Yeah,
pretty
no,
bad. But that's
it's
crazy.
we attempted glasses, it just wouldn't work.
So for VR, that must make it difficult,
No,
right?
it's
Right.
if I went and did actual VR, it might make it difficult. But people have a phantom sense because of it being three-dimensional and actually them seeing it three-dimensionally.
Uh huh.
I can experience that already, even though I am not in VR.
There's a guy sniping me. Oh no. Huh. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah,
I was gonna
it's
ask you what model of like what VR headset you were using or something, but you're not. You know how you're just playing it on desktop. So,
yeah,
oh, I might check it out now that I know I can actually just play it. I don't have to like have a headset.
yeah. For the yeah, that's the thing is a lot of people are adverse to doing it in desktop,
Well, like,
but
Oh,
they don't need to
well,
worry about that.
I was gonna say, like, my lack of interest in doing VR is mostly due to like the limitations that exist in the hardware. Like, mostly that the the games that are worth like playing, like, all kind of involve, like, the good VR games are generally ones where you're stationary, you know. Um,
oh yeah,
so
you're worried about getting that motion sickness effect or
well, like,
something.
yeah, like, because like moving around in VR when you don't have like some way
Oh.
of emulating that as well, as it's got to be a nightmare, you know. And I
Well,
just
a lot of games incorporate like a teleporting option, so you can
hmm
like Half-Life
Yeah,
Alyx has a teleport or like just a walk.
Oh yeah, no, I was watching Rasputin video. Shoutouts to Rasputin, about that. He was talking about how his wife, also known as the woman he lives with, used that option, and it really helped her with the VR experience because she didn't really have a lot of experience with video games.
Yeah.
But that just makes me feel like playing Myst, you know?
Oh god, yeah, because Mist VR is like a thing, right? Oh, geez. Mist.
Yeah. It's nicely enough, it's a case where there's a bunch of different little small things that different ones have done, and as well as for like epilepsy or things like motion sickness. A lot of worlds, the creator of the world mentions something beforehand about what could possibly cause them,
Mhm.
and warns people, hey, it might not be the best idea to be in VR while doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So, but there's also ones where it's the opposite way around, where it's like it's better experienced in VR.
Well, is there VR? Is there VR for Grounded?
No, not yet.
Or-
Okay, because like that would terrify
That
me.
yes, that will absolutely horrendously terrify me. Especially because, in case you haven't heard, Dex, they've added spiders to the water.
Oh, I have heard. I have heard about this. I've also got
What game
I've got
are you guys talking-
arachnophobia. Oh, we're talking about Grounded. You're
Grounded. Oh, the one where there's the one where you're shrunk down, like
yeah,
Honey, I Shrunk
like
the
how,
Yes.
that's what
Oh,
my
man.
6-year-old son. I was describing the game to my 6-year-old son, and he's like, "Oh, you mean like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?" I was like,
Wow, nice.
"Oh,
Purple sniper. Yeah,
Dude.
wow.
get that
You
DJ."
can get. Yeah.
That's
Deagle.
that's my Deagle, and your sniper's over. Oh, there's a blue AK for you. Anyway,
What the hell? Okay, so we're set. Anyway, back to what you're talking. Yeah, that game looks like a lot of fun. Who was I watching play that? Oh, never mind. Yeah, but that game is great. That game's awesome.
Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
I would be terrified in VR. I have arachnophobia,
Me too.
and I don't play with the arachnophobia setting on. Dan tells me, Dan over at Only Dan's, tells me that it basically turns them into like a glowing orb with eyes.
Oh god.
It does. It's a lot
Even-
better
it's
if you
almost
have
spookier.
arachnophobia. It's if you go too far, yes. But the thing being is that it's
Oops, sorry.
interesting. That it's
Thing
I'm
being-
sorry. The thing being is it's like just don't go too far with arachnophobia. It makes it
worth it.
odd, but it's also it kind of breaks the immersion of the game.
That's why I don't use it. Oh, contact left.
I mean, probably the point would be to like severely like freak out arachnophobics. I mean, that's why I was like, oh, I kind of want to play this. I always had like I'm arachnophobic, but like, I've always liked to look like research a lot about stuff that terrifies me.
Oh yeah, no, same. Honestly, like when I was a kid, I was fascinated with researching these things that terrified me. So it's like I know so much about spiders.
Now I'm a Junji Ito fan.
No, get out of here.
Well-
You're just weeb trash. That's what you are.
Oh, speaking of weeb trash, were you done with your? Wait, were you still? We still going with your topic on VR?
That's kind
well,
of where the conversation has been. So.
Yes, it's more or
Okay.
less been there. We've had our little side topics.
Why did you
But-
have a weeb trash topic? Was that the topic you
Well-
picked for this week?
Perhaps it's a hint.
Perhaps.
Well,
okay.
if that's a natural transition, then that's a natural
Yeah,
transition.
A natural
Speaking of
transition.
Junji Ito, no,
Speaking of this guy that I brought up,
this year he comes out with a new anime. I'm really excited for. They're making an anime adaptation of Uzumaki, a manga I really like.
that is a good manga to like.
That's a really good manga, and the live action movie is completely cheesy and awesome. Highly recommend that movie. Jeez, this guy. Yeah, but they're doing it. They're doing the anime in like black and white, like the comic, and it's supposed to like emulate his actual style in like motion,
Nice.
and I'm really excited for it. There we go. Yeah. What else have you know about Junji Ito, Dex?
I do.
What are some of what's your favorite comic by him?
You know, I'm bad with names, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say the one with the cliff face. That's just the right size for everyone.
The fault of the something of Arigara fault. I think that's what that is. Yeah, this hole was made for me. That stuff. That one is like probably one of the more famous ones. That one. I think that one's creeped out pretty much the entire internet by now.
We do need a red up here.
Get him first. My favorite is. Let me think.
Stop moving.
Yeah. He needs to be getting you right away.
Somewhere, but it's got to be a tie between Slug Girl, where the girl slowly turns into a slug with her head as the snail shell.
Oh yeah. I know that one.
Yeah, that one's classic.
They're all classic. It's Junji Ito. Like.
Yeah, they're all classic. Yeah, that's totally.
That's like saying Paprika is classic. That's like saying anything by Satoshi On is classic.
I was about to say Satoshi Kon, man. Is it Kon or On?
I think it's Kon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they got me with the hamster ball. I'm down.
Well. Yeah, geez, what did that guy make? Paprika.
Perfect Blue.
Perfect Blue. He has another one that just came out not that long ago, right?
Oh, that was toasty.
Oh.
You know who made a really good what's it called? It's a video essay. Breadsword, he made a really good video essay, a series actually, about like Perfect Blue and Paprika and stuff like that.
Yeah, you could talk about those movies for hours.
Honestly, he does talk about those movies for hours.
Yeah.
This is the guy who talked about Treasure Planet for an hour and a half.
Oh my god!
I mean, it's Treasure Planet.
I think I've seen that video actually.
Yeah, it's really good.
God, Treasure Planet, dude. Oh, the one that I think a lot of people slept on from like really good American animation was like Titan AE.
Oh, I remember that from when I was a kid.
Yeah, I think everybody saw that collectively, like as a child, and then it just disappeared.
It did. It completely disappeared, and it was actually like looking back. I took a chance to go back and revisit it. It has some really nuanced characterization.
Yeah, it's like a really good I think it's a really good animated movie, but like it bombed like super hard. And
are we going to the welcome center?
No. I was actually gonna have us walk up to the green screen area while we wait, because that's a perfect spot for this.
Oh, that's
yeah.
hilarious.
Okay.
Area for the
yeah.
podcast. Yeah, that's funny.
It's a blue one.
Yeah.
But no, Titan AE, that is like a
AE.
secret treasure, and no one's talked about. Well, I'm sure it's the internet. Someone is talking about it right now.
Right. Oh, jeez, there's a lot of people here. Yeah. As a kid, me and my best friend growing up, like that was like we both had a copy of it. We like watched it all the time. It was like it's definitely one of my like childhood favorites. And I thought that everybody saw it, and it was just one of those like, everybody loves Titan AE. Nope. They do not.
Look out.
Oh, so what was like what were some of your favorite first animated movies you saw?
End of Evangelion.
Oh my god.
Like as a child.
Oh my god, yeah. I watched Akira really young.
Oh yeah, that
too.
was
that was one of my first.
My mom actually picked that one up. And she was like, you like anime? I got you this movie. And I was like 6.
I think my parents saw it in theaters, and then they my godparents are like totally weeb trash, just like me, and they bought a copy, and then I think it was me and I had some friends over for a sleepover. And we're going, and I was like, oh, I have a bunch of movies here, check it out. And one of my friends is like, you have Akira? And I was like, yeah, dude, you haven't what? Yeah, I think that's my parents. And he we should watch this. He had a devious grin, and I was like, what's wrong? What's up? What's Akira? I thought he had found something really bad. And then we watched it, and it was awesome. And then it got to that final scene, and all of us were completely fucking pissing ourselves. Oh god! Oh.
Ah.
No, like yeah, no. So like oh, and I guess the Slayers movie.
Slayers.
Do you remember the Slayers? It was
No.
like it's like a 90s anime about like Hina something or Lena, the she's like a demon slayer, and she and this blonde chick and this guy are like traveling around hunting this like big demon lord guy.
Uh,
You've not seen the Slayers?
No, oh shit, I've never seen this.
Oh my
It sounds-
god.
Jeez.
So anime.
It's like the most anime.
I'm retracting my weeb
I-
card.
Oh.
You've not seen the Slayers. Get out of here.
You guys both have seen it. That's so funny.
I'm pretty sure I know which one he's talking about.
I'm looking this up.
There've been a few different ones that have been named Slayers in different variants,
Hmm.
but I think I know which one you're talking about because of the way you said it.
It's there's also El Hazard.
Oh my god, yeah, I see this now. I haven't seen this. No.
It's good.
Oh,
Or
check it out.
I
That's
remember I remember it being really good.
Yeah, wow. There's like
Oh.
what? There's like 5 of them. Holy shit.
Yeah,
6 movies?
there's like El Hazard too has like 3 different whole versions.
This looks so fucking cheesy. I'm into it.
It's
Hell
it's
yeah.
no, it's great. It's good stuff. Like,
All right, I'll check it out. Yep. Cool.
I'm trying to make sure that I'm thinking of the right Slayers.
Yeah, I just looked it up on Google. It's like very Inuyasha looking.
Yeah,
I believe it predates Inuyasha.
I think it does.
Yeah.
1995.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like
No, I know that it was before Inuyasha. It's something I had seen as a kid as well.
yeah, like it
but
was
very briefly.
my dad lived with he was at a polycule growing up. So like a couple of people that he was in a relationship with, they had like just piles and piles and piles of VHS tapes of like recordings of
get up
the
here.
Slayers.
Get up
That's
here.
hella funny.
So it was
Well, welcome to the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, so like honestly, you know what? Hold on. I'm actually just coming here for the next
You're
match.
going.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, no.
But no, yeah,
See
so
how long
like
we can live here? Yeah.
so like that was kind of my introduction to anime. Things like the subbed God, Sailor Moon subbed.
Sailor Moon.
Yeah, but the subbed version, not the English
Yeah.
version.
Oh, nice. Interesting.
So not the 4
Uh,
kids TV.
Well, then on that basis, what are each of our introductions to anime?
Well, that's what
Introduction to anime.
that's
Let me think. The first one, my godparents showed me all sorts of horrible anime I probably shouldn't have been watching when I was really young. But the first one I saw, I think, was Princess Mononoke.
ooh.
That's a good one.
Ooh,
I
that
was
is a
like-
good one.
I was like 3. I was
that
like 3 or 4, and I
Mhm.
like have vague memory. I mean, I knew it's the first one because I had the vaguest memory of just like giant wiggly pig demon.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we have it.
we got, yeah.
Classic.
Shout out to Lord Andre 95 over here, our in
Yeah.
studio audience.
Studio audience.
I would say my first introduction. I don't know if it counts. Okay, and that's a matter of contention. But I couldn't find it for the life of me. I would like remember it, and I would have the vaguest recollection because I was also like 3, and so like it was just hard. It was hard to remember exactly, but the eventually I did find like the actual show, and it was the old animated Aeon Flux.
Oh yeah, Flux, Flu.
It's
Is it Flu?
It's Flux. It's French.
Aeon Flux. Everyone just says Flux.
Well.
Oh, that's funny.
There's
Stop up
bots.
here.
There's bots down there.
Well, over to our goal.
Yeah. What about you?
As for my first anime, that would actually be Dragon Ball.
Ooh,
Oh,
not,
no,
I
not
hated-
Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball.
I hated
yeah,
Dragon
just
Ball.
Dragon Ball. What? Dragon Ball is classic.
Yeah, well, I never
I
liked
also
it.
watched
Yeah.
Dragon Ball as a child. I think that was my first
it
real
was-
anime,
Yeah,
like with
no,
episodes. Yeah.
the thing being is that my family owned the VCRs, like all the way through like Cell Saga,
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
for like the entirety of normal Dragon Ball, then going into Dragon Ball Z.
So like, if Aeon Flu doesn't count, I would say the actual like it's a very very hard anime.
It counts.
Yeah, are we
Does it
talking
count?
films or series? Yeah.
Well, just anime,
Right.
Either, yeah, anime in general.
So,
Okay.
okay. So, well, because it comes from France, like a lot of gatekeepers will be like, "Oh, it's not Japanese animation, so it doesn't count as anime."
It's not anime.
It's-
It's fire.
Not anime. But it's heresy.
There's also.
What about Sailor Moon?
But if
Liz is asking about Sailor Moon.
oh, what about? Oh, that was one of my favorite childhood animes. No,
Yeah.
but my first, I guess, proper, like no one can. There's no contention on whether or not it's anime. Would be, is it Elfen Lied or Elfen Lied?
I think it's a lot
I've-
lead.
It's, I believe, lead is the correct pronunciation. Everyone says lied though.
Because I've always called it Elfen Lied, and people will be like Elfen Lied, and I'm
Fucking lied. It's spelled L-I-E-D.
yeah, but it's Japanese. That's like saying Escried is
But I'm
pronounced
American. I'll say
Scried.
it how I spell it.
Do you guys wait? Do you guys hold on? Do you guys remember Escriad?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that shit was
Hey.
dope.
Hey. I like barely watched it.
Oh, it was terrible, and I loved it. I loved it every minute.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
one of those shows
Every
that
minute.
a friend will be like, "Well, you never seen all of it?" And they'll like put it on and make me watch it again. It's
Oh,
like, oh,
God.
I've seen the first like what the, yeah, like I've seen the beginning.
Has anyone got any sniper ammos? I need more hunting rifle kills.
I got like 5.
I tap a hunting rifle. I'm sorry. I'm keeping mine.
Yeah, I think also I'm in the same boat where it was like my parents were watching Dragon Ball, and so it was just like that's what I was watching.
Dragon Ball was my first manga.
Yeah,
'Cause-
no, it's a consistency of Dragon Ball and Sailor Moon. It was Dragon Ball was the
Oh.
first one though.
Hold on, did you guys ever read
Yeah.
the Yu-Gi-Oh manga? Because
Yes, I had Shonen Jump.
I remember like I was a big fan of the show. This stupid guy.
Yeah,
I was a
yeah,
big
fan of the show.
big fan of the show, and so like I found a the first like book collection of the chapters, right?
Yeah.
And I rented it from the library, and I took it home, and I started reading it, and it was like this weird like death game storyline
Right.
that had nothing to do with like the card game at all, and so I was like very confused as a child.
Oh.
Yeah, like originally it wasn't. It used to be like almost like Kagegarui.
Kage Garui.
The gambling.
Oh, the Netflix.
Yeah,
yeah,
the
I know
Netflix.
what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
but like with children and with like Saw vibes to it, because like there was one where it was like I remember there being like an air hockey one, but instead of air hockey it was like a vial of highly explosive nitroglycerin in like an ice puck, and so they had to like hit it back and
Excellent.
forth until it melted and exploded, and it exploded and like melted this dude's face off.
Oh my god.
It's like super graphic.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like the Yu-Gi-Oh manga. If you haven't read it, like go back and read just the first few chapters. It's great.
Yeah, that shit's fucking wild, bro.
Like you wouldn't
Yeah.
think
To the podcast area.
to the podcast
yes,
area.
podcast
Yeah.
Back to the stage. Okay.
Back to the stage, everyone. Good news, everyone.
Hold on, I don't want to get contact ID. Who owns
Hey, look, our fans back.
who owns Comedy Central? You know what? I'm actually gonna plug it in the chat.
Comedy Central. Owns Comedy Central?
Yeah, the being known as Comedy Central.
No, okay. I'm trying to do too many
Oh.
things at once.
Yeah.
Oh man, like I recently went back and revisited a very sad and horrible comic named Oyasumi Poon Poon.
Oh no,
Highly
no!
recommend that.
Don't
shit.
you dare! Don't you
It's very
dare!
graphic
Stop
though, so
it!
trigger
Stop
warning.
it!
Why-
Stop
Why
it!
do I feel
Don't
like
do
that's
this!
a terrible
Don't do
idea?
this to our watchers! How dare you? That's an awful thing.
If you want to be really sad,
What's
check
that?
out
Hold
that
on.
manga.
What's that other sad one? What's that really, really sad one about that girl who's like, she's like a high school girl, and it's supposed to be like hentai, but it's like
Oh,
really
no.
graphic and sad.
Oh,
Like,
Do we go back?
no.
no.
No,
we never go back.
Never go back. Never surrender. No. So there's this. Okay, so like the storyline is that there's fucking Yazzie talked about it.
Is this
On
TOS safe? This conversation.
Debatable.
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 It was
okay.
on. There was
Alright.
there was a Mother's Basement's. What are they like working together now? He and Yazzie. I know they're dating, but I don't want to just say like, oh, this guy's girlfriend, because that's unfair to her and her work. This YouTuber was who the AnyTuber. That's what they're called. There was an AnyTuber, and she was talking about like this hentai story that was like banned in Canada, and it was just like this awful descent into just like a wretched and horrible life that's like starting in high school and ending with spoilers for some porn that you're probably never going to read, but ending in like her overdosing in like a bathroom stall for the subway.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it is horrible. It's absolutely horrible, and
That's-
it's
yeah.
supposed to be smut. Like
You're like, oh, I'm just sad now.
It's sad
sucks.
slut.
I'm supposed to be sad in 3 minutes. Not now.
oh, there's danger down here.
Jeez, yeah, I don't know why I'm going back and reading Poon Poon, man. I'm
Don't do
doing it
that.
right
It's really sad. Is that that's a purple M16? I'm
Yeah,
getting that.
Yep, because
Yep.
I have the Tommy gun.
now. Oh, you know what? They're adapting into finally a good. They're not adapting, I guess would be the right word, but they're finally releasing the English dub for it.
What?
Fucking Nichijou.
Really?
Yeah, they're finally. I've been hearing it. I've been hearing tell of it.
Ooh, nice.
I know. It's gonna be because like the problem with like sometimes the problem with like comedy anime is that
Mhm.
like sub it just isn't as funny.
Yeah.
What are you
Like
talking
reading
about?
the joke isn't as funny as
Well,
like seeing it come out of this like because like
hold
like,
on.
Space Dandy, great example. Space Dandy English dub, far funnier than Space Dandy with subs.
It wasn't. No, Space Dandy has a Japanese dub. Get out of
What?
here. Yes,
Yeah.
Space Dandy was an American production.
Yeah.
Or I meant
Listen. All right.
Wait,
and here's the thing.
it?
Here's the
I
yes.
thought I had the art director.
No.
Because the art director, I always assumed it was in Japan because the art director is the guy from Cowboy Bebop. But I guess yeah, he could just be involved. It doesn't have to. Yeah, I guess you're right.
No, okay, but like my thing is like I prefer comedies. For like Japanese animation to be in the sub, especially when they come with like translator notes, because there's a lot of context, like cultural context.
Yeah.
Like understanding the way that the Japanese language works, just even a little bit can help you appreciate some of the wordplay, because there's so much wordplay involved. Like it's usually full of puns. Look at these guys looting us.
Space Dandy's a Japanese produced show.
What?
It's by Bones.
Oh, well,
By Bones.
you. There you go.
Well, we're not gonna worry about it.
Well,
I was just Googled it. Like,
I would.
Hey,
I've gone my entire life since I was 2 years old believing that Space Dandy was an American production,
I omnisciently predicted.
and it was still wrong. My omniscient predictions are wrong.
Q.
Oh,
Oh jeez.
okay. All right. Well,
So segueing into Dex's topic.
that's a really harsh segue to give me.
Oh,
Like, why would you give me such a? That is a.
how
That
could
segues like fucking sandpaper. Oh my goodness.
Ah,
Welcome to the podcast, everybody.
welcome
Oh
to the
my
podcast.
goodness.
Prepare yourself.
All right. Well, my topic was going to be the only thing that I know that I can talk about ad nauseum, even if I'm wrong about it. So buckle up, because we're talking about Dark Souls.
Uh,
I'm really glad that you cut out there for that scream.
that perfectly cut screams. Let's go.
Let's go. No. Prepare to cry. All right.
Prepare to talk.
Prepare to talk edition.
Okay, so what I would like to talk about, we were talking about, I brought up, and I hate that I brought it up, but you did the same thing with the weeb stuff. I brought up earlier the YouTubers and the video essays, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about H-Bomber.
How did I know? How did I know?
And his
Because too bad. We're talking about it now.
oh my goodness, and the fact that
Wait,
the fact hold on, I would like to.
to.
Oh, thanks for gifting this sub, Liz. Liz just gifted you a sub. Okay, so I would like to talk about how H-Bomb, who I actually enjoy his content and think that he's a thoughtful and usually articulate essayist. I respect him as an essayist, but he really just got mad at one of my favorite video reviewers.
Liz, how dare you?
And decided to go on an hour and a half long rant just as like a gotcha to Matthew Matosis.
Liz, how dare you?
I have heard about this drama.
Like it's
The Dark Souls 2 video.
yeah.
I think YMS just recently was talking about this. In
Oh
an
my
editing
goodness,
highlight.
really?
Yeah, he was just talking about this drama the other day.
Oh.
And,
boy, here we go.
Yeah, it's really funny. It's like what the Dark Souls 2 H Bomber guy video is a response to Matosis, and then Matosis made a response back, or something. I don't. Dark Souls 2 is so controversial.
Honest-
Dark Souls in itself has a lot of controversy associated with it.
I think 2 more than any of them.
Yeah, 2 more than anything because it was such an odd one.
Well, it's like not. Isn't it not like the same
It's not.
game or something?
That's why it's so much controversy.
Yeah.
Well, like here's the thing, right? I actually really enjoyed Dark Souls 2. I mean,
I enjoyed it too.
I liked Oblivion. Oblivion's a bad game, right?
I love Oblivion too, but it's stinky.
Yeah, I liked Dark Souls 2. It is also a bad game, and I don't think that you have to defend a game as good to be able to defend a game as enjoyable. Did you just kill that rat?
I thought I would get an achievement.
Nah, you gotta poison him.
Ah. Okay. I'm sorry, Rat. I deserved that. Don't kill me.
No,
Hey.
there's a weekly for blowing up barrels.
I
So
know,
I'm
but he's
gonna do
also
it.
aiming for me because I killed him.
I know.
You're right on, correct on both fronts.
See, I was defending him so that he had an excuse.
I have a funny story about Dark
Giving him a
I
rat
would like
way out.
I would like to hear. Okay, we don't use that in that context. Rats are majestic and noble creatures. I'll have you know. No, but what's your funny story about Dark Souls 2? I'd love to hear it.
Okay, so a friend of mine got very into Dark Souls about a few years ago. He's just really good at all of them. He's like super good at Bloodborne, but he had never played Dark Souls 2, and he'd always heard it was bad,
Mm-hmm.
so he shouldn't play it. And my dumbass was like, "Hey man, no, it's you might as well buy it just to have an opinion on it, you know? It's like
Would
the
you
only one
heal?
you haven't played. It's the only one you haven't played, and you know you should just give it a try.
Yeah.
It's not that bad."
Oh.
Yeah, I know he bought that crap.
Oh.
And then I literally get a call a few days. He's like, "Oh, I just bought Dark Souls 2," and I get a call like a few hours later, and he's like, "You son of a bitch."
You son of a
All he
bitch.
said was, "You bastard." It was
You've
so
done
funny.
this to me.
And like I was like, "Oh, did you like it?" he, he was not happy. No, yeah. I have tricked multiple people into buying Dark Souls 2 off the basis of like, hey, you should at least have an opinion on it, and now they all don't like it. Oh, I
Yo,
have also I
your
could
panda coming.
the part that makes everybody extra mad is I myself have only played maybe like a couple hours of Dark Souls 2,
Okay,
so I have like no experience.
so I started the whole Souls like series with Demon Souls,
Mm-hmm.
and
Same.
then I was living as like I was a live-in maid, and one of the people who lived there had it and was playing it constantly, and so I was like, oh, what's this? And I didn't play Dark Souls because I didn't have a way to at first.
Well, you just didn't have like it. Yeah, you didn't have any console.
I didn't have any consoles or any way to play it. So, so I got myself an Xbox 360 when Halo 4 came out, because I was working and I had the means to. And so Dark Souls 2 came out on the same day that my son was born. And so his uncle got me the Black Armor edition of Dark Souls 2 the day that it launched as like a congratulations like gift. And because I was staying at home while his mother was going to work, like after she, recovered obviously, but like we were staying home and then she went back to work, and then so I stayed home with my son, and so I would just hang out. Oh, nice. I would just hang out and play Dark Souls 2, and I really enjoyed it until I went back and played Dark Souls 1. I don't play Dark Souls 2 anymore except for the PvP. I think that Dark Souls 2, controversial, has the best PvP out of the series.
I've heard that from a lot of people that are like big Souls fans.
The only thing
I like watching the PvP from 2 a lot. Wow, we won.
Oh wow.
Wait,
okay.
Okay. Well,
how interesting. Okay.
We won first place in a battle royale doing a podcast. I think we deserve a fucking trophy for that.
So the reason that I like the PvP in Dark Souls 2 above any of the others is because of the soul memory system. And I'm going to explain myself once everybody in the comment section stops freaking out. All right?
Controversial.
Because I understand that like it wasn't very well conceived, the soul memory system, and they added the agape ring as a fix because it was honestly I'm coming. It was like due to attrition, like at launch you couldn't max out the Way of the Blue Covenant. It was impossible because by the time you did enough like assisting people who were getting invaded and helping people with bosses so that you could go and use the arena, because you needed a consumable item to use the arena. You couldn't get the max rank, and so it was nearly impossible to get like two of the spells even. So it was poorly conceived. I will admit that, and it has a lot of like detrimental effects on the game as a whole. But for PvP specifically, I feel that Dark Souls PvP has always been at its best when you are low level. I don't like meta level PvP. Meta level, I think, gives too much. It's like playing a character in D&D to level 20. It's like playing
the max level 120 and then going to like a arena, a little like fight club for hours.
Yeah, no, it's bad. So it's like, I think that if you're at like soul level 35 or soul level 40, like the lower levels where in order to have something, you have to give up something else. You can't have 30 vitality and enough strength to use your big boy sword, you know, like you can't do that. Like and I know it's referred to as twinking in the community, is the low level invasions where you build powerful builds based on meta knowledge so that you can invade and be powerful, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's a skill in getting to late game areas at low level so that you can invade. And so what I fell in love with Dark Souls PvP when they introduced the Agape Ring, and I was able to get the Agape Ring as soon as possible.
What does the Agape Ring do?
It consumes your souls so that you stop gaining soul memory. So that instead of like killing something and getting souls and having that permanently get you that much step closer to being unable to connect with anyone else because of the disparity, it keeps you from gaining souls, which was an easy fix to a problem they introduced into their own game.
Right.
But I would go and get that ring early so that I can control my soul memory and, you know, stay in the active PvP range. And I made a build around having exactly that many souls. And so it was engaging not only to come up with, you know, like a plan for that build, but then also execute on, you know, killing the bosses necessary to get those materials and reach those areas where I could get the things that I needed. And then I went into low level PvP, and I still, you know, it was challenging PvP. It's fun and engaging PvP when you're not like super meaty and can take a bunch of hits and can deal a bunch of damage. Like, and it's the only Souls game that I have experienced that incentivizes PvP in the early game rather than at the higher levels.
Yeah, I could see that. That's a good argument.
And it didn't even take me an hour and a half to talk about.
Yeah.
One of my friends that got really into Souls games. He played. Me and him used to play. That's like the guy. Shout out to Svict, but this guy. I've been playing games with him since I was like 6, and I got him like headfirst into Dark Souls. Because oh my god, and because he played a bunch of Diablo. And I was like, it's basically like, it's really similar to Diablo. I tried to say it was really similar to Diablo in like tone. But like the game itself is very different.
Yeah.
And he immediately like fell in love with it, but he got really into making like the lowest level build possible and then invading high level people with it.
You know what?
Dark Souls 1.
Yeah, I did that with the remaster, I guess, because they implemented. Go ahead.
Well, let me explain what he would do. It's really funny. He would beat the game. He would basically beat the game at like soul level like 10 or something, and then he would go back to like early levels at level 10, but with like end game gear.
Yeah, twinking.
And like, yeah, and like show up and be a dick like that. But the funniest thing I think he was doing was he was literally just running around at like soul. He was running around at soul level like 6, with like barely just meeting the requirements to two-hand the Zweihander, and it was just big boys swinging like you know, max soul level dudes in the forest.
Jeez.
Yeah, like level like 6 or 10, and just like murdering everybody. And he would actually, he was live stream. I don't know why he was doing it on there, but he was live streaming on Instagram.
Weird, but okay.
Yeah, but so he has like a weird. He does stream, but he's always streaming in the most like weird places.
Yeah.
He does what he can.
They tried to ruin twinking with Dark Souls 3. They introduced that mechanic where the people that you can invade, your invasion range was limited by your highest upgraded piece of equipment. So like you couldn't get a piece of gear like it used to be able to, like in Dark Souls 1, you could go and get like a late game weapon and then all the upgrade material and just upgrade the weapon and not level your character and you'd be fine. But
right.
Then they made it so that there's like tier systems where depending on how upgraded a weapon is, determines like who you can invade as much as your level.
But yeah.
But they made
I remember that.
one mistake when they had that company do the remaster for Dark Souls, and I was very, very excited because I was looking at the there was like a
The log reports.
I was looking at the list of what, because of the upgrade system in Dark Souls, it's so convoluted. You know, they made like a list of what the equivalents are for all the various different upgrade trees, and it turns out that having an unupgraded chaos weapon is the same as having a +5 regular weapon, which means you can still invade early game areas. And the greatest thing about chaos scaling is that not only is it fire damage, but it's fire damage that scales off of your humanity stat.
Yeah.
So you don't need to level, and humanity is basically infinite if you know how to play Dark Souls. So you could still twink and have a air quotes high scaling stat, because it is a scaling weapon, but it scales off of humanity, which doesn't count towards your level. And that small oversight made twinking so fun in that one. It wasn't as good because they didn't really change the mechanics. So like toggling still exists, and like lag stabs still existed, but
all the tricks
were still there, like the burrito combos, all of the old tricks. But they and ooh, I'm going for that gun.
Oh my god. Okay, I get it.
There's another one. There's two purple M16s.
Is another
one. But anyway, they tried to make a thing fair, and they ended up just making it less fair, because it means that you can't
can't what?
If you get invaded, right, it's either going to be somebody who's also got like a chaos weapon and you're like on even footing, so you're a fellow twink, or somebody who's got like a lower scaling weapon that's not as effective.
Huh. Oop. Got him. Yeah. Huh.
It was.
I never really picked up on those like subtle intricacies in the PvP. I just hit things with a big stick.
that brain that you were describing earlier.
Yeah, my typical Dark Souls build is the biggest stick possible, and like no armor.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah, I do strength build all the way, and then I try to wear
goodness.
and then my best character was witch's garb, so like a robe,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Katarina helmet.
Mm-hmm.
So just big onion head and robes, and then a giant stick.
Let me give you a rundown of the first time I played Dark Souls. Everyone kind of was jealous / hated me because the first Dark Knight that you can get the Dark Knight sword off of,
Mm-hmm.
Right,
dropped it for me.
Oh, fuck
first
off,
game,
mate!
Just right off the bat, you just get a fucking
You just
weapon that can carry you.
get out of there. Like, go away. Get out of my podcast right now.
You'll never believe what happened to me with that too. My first playthrough of Dark Souls, I got to the I had a horrible time. Like the whole way, I was just dying. I was getting frustrated. I'd put the game down for like a month and then come back.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I finally made it to my first Balder, right?
Ooh.
And I was like, and I just braised. I was all I had hyper leveled, and I had been like grinding all day, so I was all like feeling confident. Instantly parried. Like,
yeah.
I just instantly got parried by the first Balder and put the game down for another month.
They can parry.
I came back and killed that Balder,
Yeah.
and he immediately dropped the side sword.
Oh, the Balder swag sword, yeah.
And I had no idea that was just like a crazy good weapon, so I was like, fuck this thing. It just like never used
No!
I just kept swinging my claymore.
Oh, man. Okay, so... shoot. I had an
Oh, I went
anecdote.
for Drake Sword.
I had an anecdote. Oh, right, Bloodborne. Okay, so I wanted to play Bloodborne for the longest time, but I didn't have a PlayStation.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys watch Dang It Jim
No.
or Dang It JM, but he's a like Soulsborne YouTuber. He makes stuff going over the intricacies of PvP and talking about stuff like that. He's more of a thoughtful essayist rather than like Chase the Bro or Fighter PL.
Right.
But he is like a PvP guy. He was talking about, he made a video going over, because Bloodborne was like free on PSN. And so he made a video going over like how to make builds, like not what builds exist, but like the fundamentals of understanding what you're looking for when you make a build. And I watched that video, and part of that video, he's like, if you're crazy and stupid and really good at the game, you can make a build that is what he called base endurance, where you don't level your endurance at all. And
Oh my God.
and then going for a hybrid arcane blood tinge build. And he said, don't do this unless you have like an expansive understanding of like the world
And a death wish.
and
a death wish.
yeah, and you're gonna be grinding and grinding and grinding. And you know what? When I got access to that PlayStation 4 for that brief moment during the summer, I don't know if I told you about that, Jacob, but I had a PlayStation 4 at my house for like a month.
I dropped it for you. Come back.
Oh, I'm getting it.
Yeah.
I decided that I was going to play Bloodborne, and I decided that I was going to go for a arcane / blood tinge build. And I tell you what, the first time I beat the game, that's what I did.
You did it? You beat the game with that character?
Yeah, I did.
Nice, dude. Holy crap. I've been playing through Bloodborne with some friends. I haven't played lately, but I was playing as a what did I make? I was shooting fire. I had a flame sprayer and the stake thrower. And I was doing some like weird arcane crap. I think I was also doing an arcane build out. I haven't played in a long time. I'm bad at Souls games.
Oof.
I'm actually not that bad at Dark Souls 3. I have tons of characters in Dark Souls 3 and Dark Souls 1, but Bloodborne and Dark Souls are like my least. Dark Souls 2 are my least played.
Oh, you should. Do you have Dark Souls Scholar of the First Sin on PC?
Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Okay.
I think my friend Svict just sent me a code for Dark Souls 2, but it's not Scholar.
Oh, because I've got Scholar, and we could play Scholar together.
Oh, I have this. I got a gift card for Christmas.
Why would he send you? Why would he send you the worst version? The
He
worst.
literally said that. He sent me the message. He was like, "You probably don't want this because it's not Scholar, but just in case."
Just
like he
in case.
knew. He knew. Well, if you want to play, disconnect from the internet when you install it, launch it, and play the release version.
Okay.
The unpatched. If it downloads as the unpatched version, which I hope it does. I'm not sure if it will, but if you could play the unpatched version, the one that I played on day one, it's bad. It's so bad and punishing and awful. But lightning doesn't suck, because lightning sucks now.
Oh, lightning damage.
Lightning,
God damn it.
Not only did they nerf the damage, but they made it so that the lightning spear casts went from 10 per scroll to 3 per scroll.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so you effectively couldn't use a faith caster build.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
Gross.
really bad.
That is gross.
Because my first character was a faith caster / hex build.
And then it was nerfed.
And then it was nerfed to nothing.
To nothingness. I mean, they nerfed it because they saw how good it was in the PvP aspect.
Yeah, I didn't care about the PvP because the PvP sucked until the Agape ring showed up.
No, right there. You're right the first time.
Can I
Got a
just
question for you guys?
go ahead?
Strength Chad or Dex Virgin?
Neither.
God damn it. Not neither. Dumbest fucking question.
I don't I don't use scaling weapons unless they scale to faith and intelligence.
Oh my god. Okay, well, never mind. Strength all the way.
Ooh,
The
favorite.
correct
Hold
answer
on,
was strength.
hold on. Let's do favorite weapon for Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3.
Oh god, great club.
For all of them?
Yes.
Okay.
Every single game I'm rocking great club.
Okay, Dark Souls 1. No, DJ, you go first.
For Dark Souls 1, it has to be the Black Knight sword.
Of course, you
Not
just
the Great Sword version.
Okay, just the Black Knight
The
sword.
normal Black Knight sword, which is a great sword, not a great sword.
Yeah, not a giant
Ultra
sword.
great sword.
Yeah.
A great
Not a-
great sword.
Great.
The great
it's
sword is an
ultra-
ultra great sword, which makes
Yeah,
no
it's ultra
fucking
great.
sense.
I know. This is why I was like confused when I did eventually get. Actually, my first one that had the Black Knight Greatsword dropped as well, so everyone still hated me. But um, I didn't understand. I'm like, wait a minute, but mine's a great sword. Why is there a great sword variety?
there's some weird effect that happened for me where like if a weapon swings fast, I'm like my brain just can't. I have to get in. What do you mean I have to get in close and hit him a bunch of times? I don't want to do that. I just want to hit him like twice.
I don't know. Someone's on. But for the most part, it was just I liked that I learned its edge spot
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
and where to hit in such a way that I knew that they were just entering its range.
Oh, like spacing and stuff. You were comfortable with the
Yes.
spacing.
That's why I like big swingy sticks because like the range is just so big.
Yeah, but the thing being is, the way I ran my Black Knight sword
Oh,
was
there we go.
with the Child's Mask
Oh, Mask
Yep,
of the
of
Child.
course. Yeah.
and the shield, the Grass Crest.
Grass
shield.
crest.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's-
Okay.
The Grass Crest is like the Dark Souls version of the Adjudicator shield. It's
It's
like if
literally what my character looked like, except for Great Club. Like. so funny.
The other thing is I always ended up being thief right away, because I loved having the keys.
Yeah, you need to. You really need that master key in the beginning.
I mean, if you're a speedrunner, unless you're a really good speedrunner, in which case you don't need the master key.
Well, yeah. But
Well,
what
no,
do you think?
it's
What do I look
remember
like?
you can pick your random extra gift as the master key anyway, so you don't need it.
No, if you're a speedrunner, you always take black fire bombs.
Oh
True.
yeah, to kill the
True,
thing
true.
in the beginning.
It's not a conversation.
Yeah.
I was laughing so fucking hard when I realized you could do that. I just go back. I pick black firebomb just so I can get done with that boss early.
Okay. What about Dark? Have you played 2, DJ?
I did. I don't remember it so well,
And what about 3?
and I've barely touched 3.
Okay.
Sadly.
So
I just
know-
re-downloaded 3.
for Dark Souls 1, my favorite weapon would be Velka's rapier.
Velkas, you like Velkas? I couldn't use that weapon. I'm like caveman brain.
I like Velka's rapier. And I actually discovered an extremely useless clip in order to get it faster.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, there's technically a skip that you can do to get straight to Velka's rapier. It's just not the kind of skip that you would use in any kind of like speedrun capacity. It's like, unless it was Velka's rapier percent, like, you know, which I might do. I might actually do a Velka's rapier percent speedrun and try submitting that up.
That's so funny.
But for Dark Souls 2, my favorite would be the Fume Knight Straight Sword. and
Nice.
it's because it has the moveset of the Sunlight Straight Sword, but it is technically has a longer hitbox
It
or
does.
damage box. It has the longest
Yeah.
damage box out of all the straight swords. Plus, it was really good for like a main hand weapon, and then I would put the Sword of Artorias on my left hand as an offhand, and you could just wreck with that combo because if you do a light attack with the straight sword and then a follow up attack with the great sword in your offhand, specifically the Old Knight great sword, or the ancient great sword, however it's called in Dark Souls 2, but Artorias' great sword. It actually, you save about 5 frames in the animation, so you can get the attack out faster if you start with the light attack. And
that's some nice little mechanic thing.
and
So.
then Dark Souls 3, my favorite is gotta be Crow Quills.
Oh yeah, of course.
Those were very interesting weapons. Yes.
Pretty cool,
I remember those.
Although, if I were to pick a number 1 weapon of all time, I would go with the hand axe.
The hand axe.
The hand axe is the most. It's the greatest weapon in Dark Souls history.
I could explain.
It requires almost no stats. It hits for about as much poise damage as a mace, with a much shorter swing. And if you imbue it with like a lightning or dark or like chaos, it becomes just an absolute powerhouse. You don't need a lot of stamina to use it. Each swing is very easy on the stamina. I'm gonna reap these fools.
Bird cop below us.
By the way, you took all my sniper ammo for this one. I had the one shot.
Here.
I got it, but
That's so funny.
thank you.
Heal up, don't dance.
I was actually trying to repair my armor.
It's the healing dance.
I was trying to repair armor. I don't have armor.
Oh.
Oh man.
So it's been an hour and we've gone through our topics.
Wow. Hey,
yeah.
wow.
Hey, wow. It's
Not
almost like we planned the podcast. We did not plan the podcast.
We had no plan.
There
The
was
name
no
was
plan.
not supposed to be literal.
Yeah, it wasn't actually supposed to be. I was planning for like 3 hours, but
Oh yeah, no, it's we can definitely go into more topics.
could.
As well as if people have suggestions.
well,
Usually we
do
can
we
have
have
those too.
do we have any questions in chat?
Liz, do you have any questions?
Yeah, no questions in chat right now. I think they're being
Oh,
respectful.
not
I think everyone's just like lurking and listening in the background.
Ah, true.
You know, the things that people do on podcasts, they tab over. We could literally have been sat in the loading, like the start screen of Super Memorial for all it's affected. Like,
Yeah, but we keep our hands active.
Oh man. Ooh, I was worried I'd have to come up with another topic.
yeah.
No,
No,
other topics we got.
well, no, like I think we should probably like wrap up. And
Calling it an hour makes sense.
yeah, calling it at about an hour makes sense, and we could still play video games together. Like we don't have to stop playing video games. We just can stop recording the podcast. So
We can just say the
Yeah.
podcast
Let
is
me-
over anytime.
can I do the call?
outro?
I gotta do the call to action. So it's like stuff like, hey, if you like what we do here with our podcasts, our streams, and you want to help support us in the community and community projects like this, you can support us directly if you go to patreon.com/ratscallions. We also have a Discord server. Links are here on the Twitch page, as well as posted. Heck, we don't really have them posted on the website yet. We don't even really have the website done yet. Anyway, call to action. We've got a Discord. We've got Twitch streamers all over. But yeah, if you want to help support the community, we'd really appreciate that. And there are actually rewards for donating. Like, you get access to exclusive channels in the Discord. You get to help vote on the topics we talk about in our podcasts, and you get to suggest community projects like this one. But come on down, come hang out, meet the crew. Thank you all for listening. I have been Dexpero.
I'm Jank Jack. I'm Jackal.
Pick one, mate. Like,
I don't know.
we'll figure it
Jack's
out.
fine. Jack's fine.
Yeah. And I have DarknessDJ.
All right. Thanks for coming on Darkness DJ.
Yeah, thanks for
We had a
coming
lot
on
of
the
fun.
podcast.
All right. This has been Mischief Hour. And if you're watching this back, I hope it is with good tidings.